17 has arrived. The fantasy playoffs. Good luck, everybody. Let's jump in. Fantasy Championship week is here. Oh, man. It's time to recap the season soon. It's literally almost over. The best part about this is that playoff best ball is picking up and getting in full steam now. So we'll be talking a ton about that. Don't even worry about that. Let's fucking party. What's up, Adam? What's up? But yeah, some fun stuff. Got one championship team on season long. So that's fun. Gonna have some players going off tonight, CeeDee Lamb and Laporta. And then I got two best ball championship teams that made it to the finals. So it's cool. My highest volume year, I was able to get a couple teams in. Last year I had a rough year, didn't do very good. I learned a lot of lessons. Hopefully I can keep that momentum going, even though there's a lot of luck involved with all this stuff. But I feel like I did improve my process from last year. And I feel like I've done a lot of things to try to make sure I learn for next year as well. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, two chances at winning some contests. One of them I feel a lot better about than the other because one of them my receivers are just decimated, including Amari Cooper not playing. So we'll see what happens at that one. Maybe I could get lucky with some Rashad Bateman stuff. But otherwise, I might be in trouble in that one. But yeah, should be a fun little week here. I think what on the docket today, we're gonna do some battle royale, NFL battle royale. We might do a primetime Palooza, which is the game tonight, Saturday, and the game tomorrow on New Year's. Tomorrow evening, I think the Minnesota Green Bay game is. So, yeah, that'll be fun. There's no games on Monday, so we'll pretty much know everything after tomorrow, which is going to be pretty crazy. So excited for that for sure. But once again, if you're new, drop a sub. 31 out of 50. Slowly but surely, eventually we're going to get to 100. My goal is by May or middle of next year, we'll be at 100. And then, we can take that momentum as the season picks up and we can be cooking. But we'll have content throughout the whole off season, not as plentiful, but we'll try to get as much as we can, do maybe 3 times a week or something like that when the season picks up, and then once or twice during the major off season parts. But I will have some NBA content as well, so definitely look forward to that. Subscribe if you're new, appreciate that nonetheless. So let me go ahead and set up the music here for us. Gonna add some new music. Might even add that to my notes here if I don't have that already. Yeah. Okay, add that to my notepad there a little bit. And then let's go ahead and what do we want to rock with here? They added any new music? Let's rock with this. All right. So let's hop in a BBM. Let's hop in a Battle Royale. Sorry. We got the goal line stand here. We have the primetime Palooza. And we'll hop in this. This is what we're looking for today. All right. I want to check these. Check what's going on here. Battle Royale filled up. All right, let's see what else we want to do. What else do we want to do while we're doing this? Got a little bit of hockey stuff going on. I got 2 hockey teams just for fun. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about the other contests because I feel like just understanding the whole every contest on Underdog is not, or every sport is. You don't have to be a master of every sport, but understanding how they work. You don't even have to know the players that much. Obviously, it helps, but if you have a good knowledge, it actually does help a lot. Like I understand construction for hockey now, and that like helps me. Like that's like half the battle is just constructing your team right. Although like people that play NHL are people that really know what they're doing. So not a streak I'm like wanting to jump into too heavily, but it is nice just to be able to like know what you're doing. And the best part is like the NBA playoff best ball. You don't have to know anything. You just have to understand the construction. And that's similar to like the NFL construction. So it's pretty cool. Let's roll this one. All right. 105 here. So I'll talk about a couple plays I like this week. From an exploitive like standpoint, I've been heavy on Swift. My cover play was Rashee Rice. Before I swapped it to Swift like last second because I think this is the week. Like he's always expected to like score points, and he's had good weeks. Like he's scored 20 a few times, I believe, but he doesn't like ever get there. And I think it's valid because obviously if they get to the one, like Hurts is going to score a rushing touchdown, which is cool. Which is another reason like that taking Hurts isn't bad either. But we'll take AJ Brown here. Taking Hurts isn't bad either, but at that same time, if Swift gets in there twice, that doesn't only hurt like the Hurts projection, but I mean, let's go Rashad White. It doesn't only hurt the Hurt projection, but it's just like he's been so close so many times to like having a massive game, and like this is like the nut spot for him, and you're getting a very good discount on him. 15 points last week. Had a solid week last week. Like what? Like there's no reason he can't score 2 touchdowns at any week. With given how their offense will be and how they should have good game script here. So I just think he's just a smash this week, and obviously it could bite me. It could end up being 2 Hurts touchdowns, but like I'm willing to live with that and be heavy on Swift, where he can just easily score 2-3 touchdowns this week. Just the matchup on top of that, like he could obviously do that any week, but more likely than Hurts is going to take like 1 or 2 of those. So, it's just something that something to think about in my opinion. So that's kind of where I'm like exploitive this week, is just going heavy on Swift. Also really like Ayuk this week, but I also like any San Francisco guy. So like if you're going to give me Purdy or Ayuk or CMC or Debo or Kittle after like this big loss on last week, Monday night, I will be taking that to the bank. So I'll get Kyron here. Crazy. You ever think that Kyron would be the number two like pick in week 17 drafts? It's just crazy. Just crazy how fast things happen. Like there's rare times where like a pick that late ends up being such a smash. It's really, really impressive. I'm going to go Kittle here. I usually go McBride, but I do need to get some more Kittle going because I think he's in a equally good spot. Like it's hard to see a world where like 2, maybe not in the optimal, but like two San Francisco guys are going to go for like 20 points. I'm like pretty confident in that. All right. Do we go back to Diggs here? I don't have a lot of Diggs. We'll go Diggs. That's the fun thing about this is that you could just kind of sprinkle your ownerships and exposures around in this, and it's like that's what makes it fun. So my hope is I get Cooper and Nakua here, or Ayuk. I'm usually happy with Ayuk there too, so I could get him. Collins is flying up the board right now. Wow. I kind of like Puka, but I think I'd rather just take Ayuk here because I want to get my San Francisco piece. We'll go from there. Olave is usually a fun one to tack on here as well. Yeah, that Saints Tampa Bay game, I think it's going to be a shootout. Seems like a fun game. I think it's like a really good week to like pick and choose your spots. Be like, all right, let me get an Ayuk, let me get a Cup, let me get a Kyron, let me get a Puka. Like, or even 2. Like, I'm going to take 2 teams from a team I know is going to score points, and let me hopefully capture all those points. Not as good of a week for bringbacks, in my opinion. Like, I think the Saints Tampa Bay game is a good game for like bringbacks type stuff. But like, I don't really want a Giants bring back personally, unless it's Waller. I don't hate Waller. I think he's actually a pretty good play, and he's pretty much undrafted in this. I think Waller is a fun click. I might even run a Tyrod stack on DraftKings, but who knows? I don't know. I just think there's a lot of like viable options here. Let me get Olave in here. There's a lot of viable options, and I think that Saints game has tons of pieces you like. Like, I honestly think the tight end's viable. I think Shaheed's viable. I think Olave's viable. I think Kamara's viable. So that's like 4 pieces right there, including a quarterback, or not including the quarterback. All right, so let's see here. We go Purdy here. Let's get Purdy, and I love taking last round H-Hand. Like, come on now. Give me last round H-Hand all day. There's a lot of picks here that I just like absolutely love. So let's go with I love the Hopkins stuff too this week. Just a lot of really attractive spots. So we're gonna go with let's go Shaheed on this one. I think Shaheed makes some sense this week. Definitely a big spike week guy. If he's gonna hit, he's gonna hit for like 15 to 20 points, which is about what you need for your last pick, your flex. Obviously, if he gets like 25, you're dancing. But yeah, I think the Bucks have just always been like, someone's gonna succeed on the Saints most likely. So as long as Carr doesn't have a disaster game, you're gonna have some success on the Saints side. This is a single entry tournament, so that does change the dynamic a tiny bit. And if I can get the Josh Allen Diggs, I will take it. Okay, not going to let me get it. I will grab McBride here. No, not even a doubt in my mind. I'm taking McBride there. And then if I get the Smitty, I'll be happy there. But we'll see if I can or not. I mean, I get Swift too. I'll probably take Swift if he's there. I'll get Swift because this guy doesn't have this guy can't take a running back. So, and then at quarterback, we could go with we have options here. We got Purdy. Purdy's gone already. He just went there. Okay. All right, so let's get back into another one. Let's see here. Let's just hop in another battle royale. Okay. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hope everyone has a good New Year's coming up as well. And yeah, good luck this week in your championships and your playoffs, whatever you're doing. Whether it just be regular fantasy stuff, or if you're just enjoying the weekend, just have fun and enjoy it. Be safe this weekend as well, especially New Year's stuff. So, all right, yeah, give me Swift here. Yeah, I think that makes sense on brand for this. Got McBride to fall a bit, so that's pretty nice. This is probably a unique start, like for the most part. I mean, it's only a few bit reaches, but like getting Swift and McBride to fall is not always going to happen. So quarterback, we could go I like Kyler. I also like Carr. I'll go Carr on this one. I think Olave is just in a great spot as well. Yeah, there's just tons of good clicks. Like Noah Brown's sweet in this. We got Hopkins, which was like the most misvalued pick in my opinion. Like one of the best valued. And then obviously you can stack with Stroud, Noah Brown, and stack with Nico Collins. You can get Fields Kmet for free. You can get Fields Moore for free. You can get Kyler for free. Like there's just so many options here, and I don't even hate. I think we should probably be doing this more, like Tua H-Hand with like Likely and or Bateman or Odell or Zay with. You can do Gus too. But just do like a Hill, H-Hand, Tua stack. I think that's pretty sharp. Go on Derek Carr here. The 101 on this one. I think CMC just a clear 101. The dude's just a walking 25-point pointer, basically. Yeah, that was my toughest sweat. Like I didn't have any teams. Like, I had a couple teams left with CMC, but nothing that could like actually get to the finals with CMC. So I was just rooting against him, and that's just not a fun Not a fun player to root against because you just know he's going to do good. So, but I was able to get 2 teams through, so that's cool. I'm very, very close on my big board, which I was most excited for that team because I had Laporte on that team, and Laporte was like pretty much undrafted in big board stuff. But it's just what it is. 2 teams in like various contests when I didn't do like a ton of other contests is pretty cool. Can't complain. I did awful on DraftKings though. I don't even know like what my return was on it, but I did not do very well. So definitely something to next year. Like there was definitely an edge there with especially like the out tag players. Like there's a massive edge there. I felt like I just didn't play it well. Obviously, like I had teams in the semis and I just didn't make it to the finals, which I could maybe would have changed my perspective a little bit, but I don't know. I think I probably just fundamentally played it wrong a little bit. So something to learn from next year. Probably need to prioritize those PPR players and like those players that get the bonus more. I got Adam in here. Nice. Prioritize those players that can get the bonus more. So I don't know. I was heavy, like extremely heavy on JSN and Charbonnet. So maybe that's part of my reason I didn't have this good. But you know. Man. Nico was like 23 earlier this week. People are hammering. I think that's why. I think it's time to take Noah Brown. All right, let me get Puka, and then I just double up CMC with Kittle. Yeah, I don't hate that. I think it is time. I think it is time to take Noah Brown though. If not that Nico is not a better play, but if you're gonna start giving me Noah Brown for free, and I can get the leverage with Stroud, I'm gonna be just taking that more often. Now I think Nico's not like undraftable, but like if he goes for 30, then it is what it is. Whereas Noah Brown goes for 25 with the Stroud stacks. Now we're kind of cooking with gas. I'll probably just end with this. Like this seems pretty fine. High upside, and then high upside. So I think this is just the way to play it here. Could also go to the other side and go Levis too. Stroud just feels way better because he's Stroud. So I get 2 pieces from probably the highest total team on the week. We get a piece from the Rams, another high total team. So we're only missing Eagles here, which I could get one if I go Swift or Devonta Smith. But I think I just want to go here and just grab this mini game stack here, and just play for that game. I mean, that game's pretty interesting too. I mean, look at the game hub here. The game's got a 44-point total, 4-point favorites at home in a dome, Houston. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's see what Adam does here. Olave. I like that. Olave and Diggs. Not bad. James Cook. I think I kind of have my spot laid out for me here. So I'll just Noah Brown will be my last pick, and I'll grab Stroud Hopkins. Hope that no one snipes my Noah Brown play. Yeah, like there's one thing that people need to like learn, which sucks, is because like it's really hard. Like even for me, like when you like there is so much like attachment to these guys when you look at them right now. Like when I stare at these guys on the screen, I like really want to take them and I don't care about anything else. But like that's like one thing. I mean, in Battle Royale and like same Battle Royale and playoff best ball, I think that's like the most important thing to learn. And it's really hard to like rewire your brain. Whereas when you see that in Best Ball Mania or like the season long, you kind of want to respect the market more, unless you have a guy you just love in that range. But it's just like when you stare at those guys, you're like, I'm not reaching past these guys. Like I'm gonna play the market. But like unless you have a guy you really love in season long, it's probably smart to not do that. Wait. Oh, I unclicked them. Probably smart to do that, but it's just like really hard to rewire your brain to do that. It's crazy. It is really crazy. We get the Phil's commit here. Phil's Pitts. Okay. All right. I don't hate that. I kind of like that, actually. Let me see his team. Cup, Olave, Diggs, Rashad White, Fields, Pitts. Yeah, I think taking Chase in the last round is actually pretty sharp. I don't have a good read on that situation at all. But I probably should be taking him in the last round. Just because you could swap them. But I don't know. I do like this team a lot. Getting the McCaffrey, Puka, Kittle is pretty sick. Wanted Allen Diggs there. That sucks. Yeah, getting Allen to Diggs feels a lot better with just Diggs solo. But I do think Diggs will have it. I don't even know. It's hard to say with Diggs right now. Like, he's just been so bad. But I like Diggs this week. All right, see if I can get this single formation. It's not going to fill yet. Oh, wait. I'll be getting in some goal lines later as well. But right now, we're just going to focus on this stuff. I've been doing a lot of playoff best ball as expected. Gonna probably try to max this before it fills. So I'll be working on that. But yeah, anyways, I was going back to my other point. Like, you can really do like you could play this. You don't have to have much NBA knowledge. You just have to know how like playoff best ball works. And like, okay, I don't want to take 4 teams in the same conference because then I'm not live really for the Super Bowl or the NBA championship. So same concept here. You can still do the seeding stuff and like worry about the seedings and who's playing who. Don't want to really match up those players, but it is very fun, very fun. I'll probably jump into those probably after this season ends for NFL. And I'll focus on NBA a little harder there. But yeah, let's go back into. Let's try this. Let's get in one of these, and then we'll get in another straight up battle royale. Grief that guy that took Allen right before me and took Diggs. Estimation. Defensive or an attacking drafter right there. All right, here we go. We got Sam Howell stuff's crazy. That's happening right now. Like Lucas make the play. We got some NBA stuff here. The Sam Howell stuff's crazy. Like the fact that he like got benched and then Jacoby's like hurt now and then he might play again is honestly crazy. Probably worth taking some like last round, like doubtful for him still. Probably worth taking some like last round, like McLaurin or something. I don't know. No one's taking Brian Robinson, but I don't blame anyone for that. Like that just is an ugly spot for me. All right, so this is the early only. Yeah, okay. But I'm gonna try to get myself like a Hill. I'm gonna try to get a Hill Howell Terry stack. Yeah, that's good. I mean, at this point you take Brissett, and then if Howell plays or if Brissett is out, then you swap to Howell. You don't take Howell right now. But yeah, I think I want to get the Hill or the Tyreek Hill to Achane with like either Beckham, Bateman, Flowers, or Likely. I need to get that in my portfolio for sure. Just one of those teams would be nice, I think. I mean that game could shoot out. It did last year. The Ravens defense is much better, but I think there's a world where that game is like pretty fun. I expect it to be like kind of low scoring, but there's certainly a world where that game is like pretty low scoring, or like a shootout. Sorry. Let's have Cup and Puka. Haven't done this yet. I've been pretty much off Kelsey, but I will sprinkle in some like Kelsey Mahomes Rice stacks. I think that's kind of fun, and maybe even grab Chase on the other side. I think that could be interesting. Excuse me. Let's go this one, or let's go here. 56 round Chase is crazy. Yeah, I mean, especially if he plays, like I guess is the whole point. But the fact you get him at, it's just because like no one expects him to play. Shit, I missed out on that. I guess I'm fine with AJ Brown. Yeah, no one expects him to play, or no one expects him to play. They kind of like came out of nowhere with like a chance he plays, so he's definitely worth sprinkling in. No Debo or Cup. I'll go Cup here. Feel like you want to get a Ram in your team. Also, last round Geno or last round JSN, like those guys are pretty tempting too. Like they're pretty much undrafted as well. Metcalf's even undrafted, so you can get leverage on taking any of those guys. Another thought there. So I got Cup, AJ Brown. This is the early only, right? It is. Okay. So how does that make running back? Is running back pretty gross or something? Seems fine. You have the HN stuff here late. This is probably where like a better chance for me to take like a Tyrod, and this is probably where you want to take a Tyrod type guy. Like slate's a little bit smaller. We get rid of like the Chiefs game, we get rid of the Broncos game, we get rid of the Seattle game. So that gets rid of like a few like good pieces. I mean, realistically, it just gets rid of Mahomes, so it's not that crazy, but certainly does change it a little bit. Going heavy tonight. Yo, what's up, Jon Snow? Going heavy tonight. Dak, CD, St. Brown, Gibbs. Whew. Love that. That's I think having that many players is very fun tonight. That game should be a lot of fun. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Are you doing some like best ball stuff, or are you doing DFS? What do you got going on here? All right. Here we go. Cup, Nakua, and then I can get Rashad White. That seems great. And then I'll go. Do I want to go should I just go Tyrod here as well? DraftKings? Do I want to go with? Yeah, let me go here. And then I kind of want to just go like with Waller here. I don't know, it's tempting. Let me get weird with this one. I'll go Zamir White and Achane with Waller and Tyrod. Like this is a path. Like this is a very ugly path, but like if it works, like if Tyrod goes for 25, Waller goes for 15 to 20, and we get this Achane and Zamir White to hit, and then we just get these two going. Like this, I win the tournament. Obviously very thin, but I don't mind doing it. DraftKings also got Najee Harris. Najee's actually a sick, pretty. I wouldn't say Najee's never like a sick play, but he's never a sexy play, but I think it makes sense this week, so I don't mind that. Pats D, since they're cheap and play the Bills hard. Yeah, I think that the Pats D is very good because they're like what Stone Min. So nice, John. Should be shoot out if you don't take Lamar, you need Gus. I'll put it on the record. Yeah, I should probably be sprinkling them in. I've already had that situation happen to me before, so I probably should. Oh, there is likely here. Oh, this is the early one. Okay. I was gonna say it probably makes more sense to go Lamar likely, but it's fine. Where's Gus being drafted at? Undrafted in this. That seems like a mistake. He's undrafted and early? That seems really crazy. I'm going to take some Gus Edwards in this. I mean, it makes sense. Running backs were really deep, but like I think he should be drafted still. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. We go Stroud Schultz. I think that does make some sense here. Let's go Stroud Schultz. Eagle eye. Yeah, I kind of like that, honestly. Now, if I can get Lamar likely, I would take that. Okay, I'm not gonna get that. That would have been pretty. That would have been a gift. Lamar 27 is pretty sick. All right, we'll stick with my original plan. If I win, then I win. So if this hits, then I win this contest. A very thin needle, but it's still like a one I don't mind taking, just because I actually think Tyrod has upside in himself, and I think Waller has upside on his own at tight end. So I think it like kind of makes sense. We go Stroud Nico or Stroud Schultz. I like this a lot. Get a piece from a good piece from a team that's going to score points, a piece from another team that's going to score points, two pieces on one of the highest scoring teams this week. And then we got Stroud instead of Stafford. Let's say like Kyron gets 1 touchdown, Puka and Kupp get 1, and we get Schultz with like 2. And Stroud goes for like 303 or something. Don't hate that. All right, let's keep going. Keep ripping. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do another one of this one and get myself a Gus Edwards share. I don't think that means he's 100% undrafted, but it probably means he's like relatively undrafted. So regardless of the fact, that should change. So should definitely not be the case. Should be drafted. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm playing the showdown tonight. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm trying to decide that. I'm not really sure, but I mean, I'll probably build that here in a bit. My inkling is I want to go like one of the Dallas pieces in captain, or like Gibbs or Monty. Like Monty and captain is kind of interesting. He was like on pace. He was gonna have a pretty good game last week, and then he got hurt, and then Gibbs scored like 2 touchdowns, and then he came back at the very end of the game. No reason he can't score 2 touchdowns. Also created like Jared Goff and stuff. I don't know how much Debo. Let's go Debo. All right, last 2 drafts, and then we'll hop over to DraftKings and do that build of the main slate lineup, and then that'll be it for the day. And then we'll be maybe coming back tomorrow and chatting about our teams. Our season-long teams and stuff like that, or not season-long and playoff best ball, and then maybe some championship talks if we have something to look at. So, all right. So let's see here. We got Debo, Hurts. Debo, let's go Evans. Probably should take Puka. Ayuk is going up the board as well. Let's get Mike Evans. I feel like I'm like a little underweight on him. Maybe this is time for the Baker double. I think Jawan's like one of my favorite clicks also. Like he's like been playing very well, and he's like undrafted, so I think Jawan is pretty sick. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and then just figure out my running back position. I could also do the Baker double if Rashad White comes back to me, but I don't foresee that happening. Okay, as long as I get Swift, I'll be happy. And then I could run this 3-peat here at the end. So I'm losing out on Puka, which is kind of sucky, but basically just taking Evans to outscore Puka here. Definitely possible. JT, love that. Good old roto run in here. Olave's gone. Okay, so I just take Swift, and then I just go my three-peat of players. Like, it is really hard to like think about this and be like, okay, I'm gonna be taking Jawan Johnson when I could have easily taken Kittle or McBride. Yeah, it sucks, but I think this is the correlation play you make, and McBride could go for 15 and Jawan could go for like 20, and then it still ends up being worth it. But we'll see. Let's go Swift. Just keep ripping in on Swift. If Hurts gets 3 push touchdowns, you're going to see me really sad. Not actually, but I will be disappointed. If we get the 3 push touchdowns, I will be down bad. Adam 808's in here with me. And then drafters I did okay on too, but we'll see how that ends up going. I'll probably like break even on drafters, but we'll see if I want to like do that again next year, which I probably will. The question is if I want to do any playoff best ball on drafters, because that contest is like deeper and a little different. Not necessarily like more or less fun, but it is different. All right, yeah, let's just do this. I think. Yeah, let's play the correlation game. It pains me to do this. Like I viscerally do not want to take Godwin over Nico Collins there, but I think the correlation angle, it makes sense. That game's a shootout. New Orleans Tampa Bay's a shootout. Give me Godwin. I'll survive. Caffrey goes, so we're not going to get Hill on this, which is a little unfortunate. I'll have to think more about like where I want to go in terms of this channel for like the off season, but I'm going to be talking Dynasty, going to be doing, I mean, the fun thing is like, we're going to literally have best ball contests is opening up in like a month or two, which is crazy, but like I'll be doing it. I'm not going to like be doing it every day, but I will be drafting, and we'll hop on to draft probably like once a week. We could do like a best ball draft on stream just to kind of like get some like fun takes out there, and obviously get some crazy values on players that may or may not be there next year or like in the middle of the season. So, oh man, this is really my self-control is struggling here. Let's go with Debo and Cup. It's weird that Puka goes ahead of him in this contest. That's very strange. Hey, give me Cup, Ayuk instead. I'm gonna skip this whole range and grab Ayuk instead because I feel like Ayuk could outscore any of these guys here. So that's fine. So we're gonna not take in Lamar. We're gonna take Gus. So we're on to clock here. Jawan Johnson, cool. So we got Baker, Evans, Godwin, Jawan. Godwin's been cooking recently. So Swift. What's best ball? Oh, you're not a best ball gamer. Best ball is like, basically you don't set your lineups and you just draft a team and then you just like leave it alone, and it's nice because you don't have to, keep track of it as much. I mean, you can still look at it and maybe make income, or not income, whatever, make like what am I trying to say? A return on investment. Sorry. Geez. Like you can make a return or you can get nothing. I think it's fun regardless. Like I do it for fun, and obviously I'd like to win, which is, half the point, but I would do it regardless. If I lost bad every time, I probably would stop doing it. But I think it's fun regardless. So like I have fun like drafting and getting some practice drafting teams, and then you have like a chance. Maybe it's a small chance or whatever chance it may be, and you have a chance of winning something out of it. So it's cool, and you don't have to like worry about setting a lineup every week. So basically, you draft 18 players, maybe 20, on different teams, and you stack them. Ideally, you can stack players up because if like Tua throws 3 touchdowns and you have Hill on your team, you get both the points for both of them. So it's like stacking is very valuable, but it's just nice to be able to play like a different form of fantasy without doing only season long. And I like season long, but best ball is very fun. It also allows you to kind of get like a better idea of like players that may be misvalued or something like that, just because Underdog is pretty sharp ADP. So a lot of times they have players like that are different prices compared to other sites. So in a nutshell, you start you start 2 running backs, 3 receivers, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end, and 1 flex every week. And based on your 18 players you draft, it'll just put the best players in that lineup. And then after, X amount of weeks, 14 weeks, you'll either get, okay, what was I going to do here? Where's the Gus team, right? Yeah, let's just get back on my bullshit here. And then, you get your 18 players. You start your quarterback, two running backs, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. And then if they score 120 points, and the rest of your you draft with 12 people. So if the 12 people in your league, in your confined league, you outscore them. If you outscore them at the top 2, if you're first or second out of the 12 teams, then you advance to the next round, and then it's basically the same concept going forward. And you just want to finish at the top of your group of players that are a group of teams that are in your pod or in your league, and you just keep advancing to the finals. And then if you make to the finals, then you can win big prizes. But if you just do like season-long best ball, you just draft a team, don't touch it for the whole season. Your lineups are always set because it'll just give you the highest scoring players that scored on your team, and you just don't touch it at all. I want Dogbird team. Lamar, Likely, Hill, Nakua. See if he wants to trade teams with you. All right, so I'll get Gus and Purdy. I'll go Gus and make Gus and Stafford. Stafford gone? Oh, wow. He's going to take the unstacked Stafford. Okay. Yeah, let's go Kyler. Yeah, let's go Kyler Gus. I'm just going to keep ripping in on Swift. I'm unapologetically going to keep drafting Swift. Grimes is out, FYI. Okay, good to know. I had a feeling that might happen. It's all he is questionable, so. I'll be done here in like 20 minutes. I'll be able to finish my stuff here. Let's see here. 30 minutes on that. But I think best ball is super fun. It's like one of my favorite formats of playing. They're saying that could be better about it, but like there's just a lot. It's just a lot to enjoy, in my opinion. I think it's a very fun mode. We got Kyler and Gus. So we got Kyler, Gus Edwards, Swift, Cup, Ayuk, and McBride. Love that team. All right. Coolio. All right. Let's hop on over to DraftKings now. We'll be doing some playoff best ball soon. So, like I said, I've said that like a million times already, but it will happen soon. So, be ready for that. It will stay there. There we go. Can I go there? I'm trying to find the best place to put it on DraftKings. I'll go over there. That's fine. All right. Yeah, let's hop in. 2,500 entry, rake free. Let's go to the top again. Let's go back to the top. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. All right. Okay. What do I want to start here? I mean, we'll start with we always go with our core guys that we like, and so I'm gonna just start with Swift, and I'm gonna get Ike in, and I'll get I'll start there, and then we can decide what we want to do next. I kind of like the Giants stack with Cup on the other side, or we could go the I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to decide here. I like the DraftKings DFS format. I've started to like the Underdog Royales better. Instead, I feel like you honestly have a better chance of winning. I haven't took anything down on the Battle Royale front, but it's really hard, obviously. So it's hard regardless. I've gotten close to taking down on DraftKings a couple times, but that was last year. I haven't had a takedown this year. Actually, I was pretty close on a preseason thing, but yeah, it's hard, man. It's very fun to get your thoughts out in different ways. I like doing that every weekend. It's something I look forward to. So last year I had a little more success than this year in terms of the DraftKings stuff, but I had a lot more success on Underdog. So it's push and pull. DraftKings is really hard now. In fact, if I try to do it next year, depending on how things go, I might try to level up my game more and really get into the sims and try to use those more. I feel like you're just kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage without doing that. But I try to consume content to learn as much as I can, but it doesn't really replace really using the sims on your own and trying them out. So all right, well, let's get pieces of this game. Nonetheless, let's get Likely and Achan. And do we want to just go with Tua and Hill? And Hill's 9,300. Don't know if I want to do that. All right, let's get off Achan and let's play Zamir White. I think he's one of the best values on the slate. Forgot about him. So do we want to pay down at quarterback and go Geno, or do we want to roll with the Stone Min? I think he's Tyrod Taylor's 4,600, bro. That is so you can get anything you want if you go Tyrod. I'm gonna have to do a Tyrod team at some point. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now. Give me Cup, and then I'll take a shot on one of these Giants receivers. I feel Waller just makes the most sense. So I'm just gonna go Waller. He was peppering Waller. I think you could go Slayton too if you want, but I'm gonna do Waller, and then I'm gonna get defense in. I think Raiders defense is probably underpriced given their recent performance. Well, actually, they're 3,000, so never mind. They really aren't. Carolina is kind of good. They're a good defense. I don't hate that. You can flip the build and go Chuba instead. But yeah, I don't know. I love this stuff. The game theory and all this is my favorite part of best ball and everything. And I can't get enough of it. I love trying to galaxy brain to my own dismay, or sometimes to my own benefit. It's just so fun to really think things through in a nerdy ass way, but it's very fun. It's too fun, man. Yeah, I think the Bills defense actually makes some sense there. Or Patriots defense, sorry. Do I just play like the Raiders defense and just keep ripping that in? I think I'll do that for now. Their defense has been insane. And I think the Colts are going to score points, but I mean the Raiders defense has been pretty legit. Like they've been on a heater. Like they've actually been playing different football. So I'm gonna rip them in there. And we have 5,600 for the receiver and the flex. Do we want to get a Chiefs piece in, or do we want to take like a one-off Seattle guy? I think Denver like charters are pretty much like off my radar. I think like you could take a shot on like a Judy or a Mims type. I think if you get like Judy out, then I really want to take a shot on Mims because I feel like it's like almost like a preseason rotation where you're gonna get Mims, Brandon Johnson, Humphrey. That's gonna be really weird. So maybe that makes you want to lead on like Javonte. He's been awful, but I think that's like not a horrible click. But I don't know. That's something that's kind of tough for me to like think through there. That's like a brain crunch. All right, well do we want to grab any Tampa pieces? Just take Shaheed and like take a one-off Shaheed and then go like DJ Moore. Chase is priced at 7,600. That's kind of I'm just gonna get off the Shaheed stuff for this build. I might make a car build after this, but let's go with something. We have no pieces in the late game. Do we need any? There's nothing. Like those games kind of suck. All those like. I think the Chiefs are going to score points, but like otherwise, I don't really know like what else there is to go in that game. Obviously, you could like take Chase or a Bengal, but like that Chargers Denver game is pretty gross. Like you could maybe get a value on QJ or Erickson or something if you want to get freaky. And no one's going to click QJ, right? Theoretically. I guess Smitty or Nico. Yeah, well, that's a good question. I'm thinking out loud here. Let's think. What does a Hopkins, Noah Brown mini look like? Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, let's do that. That seems good. So then we have no games in the late slate. Don't really care. I'm just gonna hopefully have the nuts early. I think this is fun. We got Tyrod Taylor, Cooper Kupp, with Waller coming back. We got the Hopkins, Noah Brown. A game environment I think is very, very pass friendly. Houston has a pretty good rush defense. Tennessee has a decent rush defense. I don't think they're going to lean on the run with Stroud back either. We got Samir White and a run heavy script. If the Raiders end up like playing well on defense, maybe get a pick six or something. We got Swift. I think he's just like one of the best plays of the slate in general. Like if Swift would have scored like 2 touchdowns last week, 3 touchdowns, he would probably be like even more popular this week. And I think he's going to go overlooked a little bit. So that's my kind of thought process through Swift. And also it's just like the best matchup possible, or like the Eagles should be leading by like 2 touchdowns pretty quickly, and Swift might just eat all the touchdowns. So I don't know. I just like Swift this week a lot. So I'm gonna go with him there, and I think this is the end of the build here. I think that's all I got here today. All right, let's bring Underdog back over. Okay, that's it for me. I think I will cap it off with another battle royale, I suppose, and then I'll call it a day. Hope everyone's having a good day, and yeah, Happy New Year to everyone as well. Be safe and have fun for sure. All right, last one. Here we go. We get the 102. Get Kyron or CMC. Yeah, this is so fun. Like, definitely gonna miss, as sad as it sounds, like I'm gonna miss like doing the battle royales every week, because like after this week, I mean, there's still gonna be stuff like after February is over, like no more battle royales and stuff. I'm gonna miss it for sure, because it's just so much fun to jump in and get your takes in. And the best part is you could do like $5 entries and like get tons of stuff down where like, okay, I really like this player. I'm going to make a bet on this player. It's just very fun to do that. And it doesn't pay off every time. Sometimes it does, but it's just super fun to be able to like at least put your chips down and let them lay like wherever you want them to. It's very fun. So one of my favorite parts of Underdog. And then of course, as I mentioned before, Playoff Best Ball is my favorite format, and that's coming up. So I'm extremely excited for that. But I'm just gonna try to relax and enjoy the. Oh shit! Let me see it too. I'll take that. Just gonna relax and enjoy the end of this best ball season, and hope that I can have a decent finish in one of these tournaments that I'm in, because that would be super nice. But we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, here we go. Kelsey's moving up the board. It is pretty interesting because like usually these don't like aren't that dynamic like the ADPs, but like this week has been pretty crazy. Like I've seen Nico fly up. Ayuk's gone up a bit. I think Kelsey's been going up. Like it's pretty like interesting. Like Hurts has fallen, I'm pretty sure, like a bit. So yeah, it's interesting. It's been a lot of like risers and followers, and I feel like that usually isn't the case for this battle royale stuff. So nut outcome here is getting a Ram and like either probably another San Francisco piece. Yeah, if I get Cup / Puka / Ayuk, 2 of those 3, I'm happy. Cup's gone. Can we get Ayuk and Kyron? Ayuk and Puka. I feel like I'm going to lose one of them here. Oh, I saw this earlier, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, I 100% agree with this. I think there's a chance they've dropped like 40 on their head. Give me Puka, and then I'm gonna fingers crossed get Ayuk here, and then I can get like the Purdy stack. But no guarantee of that happening. Do I have a CMC Swift team? Let's take a look and see if I do have a CMC Swift team or not. Yeah, I have like several CMC Swift teams. Okay, I got Ayuk here. Beautiful. Nice. Ayuk, McCaffrey, and Puka feels really good. Probably not a hard combo to get, but I'm still excited for it. We're gonna get it coming up on an hour here. Not bad at all. A little hour sesh on this Saturday afternoon. Olave goes. Also, some exciting stuff, kind of unrelated, but definitely going to be working on the podcast stuff with TDP, trying to get that like ironed out for next year as well. We're going to probably do something over the offseason regardless, but got to be doing that kind of stuff. But also, I think I'm going to set my desk up a little different and get that sorted out, so I have a little bit of a different background. Hopefully, maybe add some cool stuff in the background potentially at some point, but got Josh Allen off the board. Do I just rip McBride here? I feel like I do. I feel like he's just such a good spot for McBride this week, man. Like as good as a spot it is for Swift, it's like equal spot for McBride. They just get hammered in the middle of the field, the Eagles do. So if I get McBride here, I'm very happy with this team so far. And then I could get Purdy on the way back. And then I could just go like any one-off receiver I like, which would probably end up being like Hopkins or Noah Brown. This guy already has a tight end, so I'm going to hope he doesn't grab another one. And then hopefully I just get Purdy on the way back, and I'll feel pretty strong about this one. Beautiful. Me McBride, keep ripping McBride. So definitely going to be a little exploitive. Like, I'm not going to have like 1,000 entries in or something, but I'm going to be pretty consolidated in the entries I do have. Like, I'm going to have a lot of McBride. I'm going to have a lot of Swift. I'm going to have a lot of Ayuk. And then I'm going to have a lot of the Rams guys at the front. And then I'm going to be like underweight on like AJ Brown, underweight on Hurts, underweight on who else is up there? Kelsey, Debo, probably a little underrated on Evans also. So that's a little scary, but they're gonna be Purdy. Okay, all right. Now the options are pretty open. I do like the idea of going Achane here, just to have a piece of that game that could like definitely go off. Like all it takes is one busted coverage, and he's house calling something. Obviously, there's definitely like Moser's like legitimately hurt. You'd think they just gear up Achane for this game and like let him rip. I don't know how many touches he get, but like pretty attractive there. I think that's where I'm gonna go with this pick. But I don't know. I kind of like playing Hopkins as like more of a correlation piece on like a Houston piece. So it's like, okay, that game's a shootout. Let me get Nico and Hopkins instead of just like a one-off Hopkins where I just say like, okay, Tennessee rolls and Houston doesn't. I kind of like having that correlation piece with it. So I think I might just go one-off Achane here. Tons of receivers that look good down here though as well. Like I can get the Chase piece as well. Yeah, I'm really curious about Chase's status this week. My gut is I don't think he plays, but I don't know. Sounds like he was like gonna play, like he was like talking trash or something. So I think he might actually play. HN goes, unfortunately. So maybe I will grab Chase here. Excuse me. Maybe I will just grab a one-off Hopkins and like completely contradict what I was just saying. One-off JSN. I kind of want to like if I take JSN, I kind of want to wrap him with whatever his name. I'm really hoping for a 20-point game from JSN. I really hope he has a breakout game. I might just take a one-off JSN for fun. Like you're basically like he needs to go for 20. Can he go for 30? I mean, I guess he hasn't done it yet, but like his ceiling is kind of unknown. That is a little bit gross, honestly. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, I don't know. This is tough. Let's go Rashid. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's have fun. Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun. Love JSN. Yeah, probably not gonna have too much JSN this week, but I'll stack them up a bit. Probably more player I like on DK just because of the full point PPR. So, anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. That was a lot of fun. Build Battle Week 17 Championship Week. Good luck in your championships if you're in any of them. Ton of fun as always to do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to be back next week. Don't worry. Week 18, I'll definitely be doing some stuff. Don't know the schedule for sure, but definitely going to be hammering some of that. And then I'll have guests on, like just like I did in the summer. I'm going to have a bunch of guests on, and we're going to just do some playoff best ball. Rip it in on different contests on different sites. And primarily we'll be doing a lot of underdog stuff, as I tend to do in this channel. So yeah, anyways, appreciate everyone hanging out. Happy New Year. Be safe, have fun. Good luck this weekend. And yeah, that's all I got for you. See you later. And thanks for hanging out. Peace out, guys.